What's up, everyone? Julia here.
And Trent.
And we're back with episode 6 and the finale of Loki.
Yeah, the big finale, interestingly titled Glorious Purpose, which was the first episode of Season 1's title. Ooh. And we had a awesome penultimate episode with the various characters living their lives on the timeline, Loki gathering them up, and then all the timelines just disappearing and everyone being spaghettified.
Yep.
In a very heart-wrenching moment, but Loki able to control his time slipping.
Yes.
Jumping just back to when, just before Timely gets out. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. He wants to rewrite the story. Let's see how it goes. Very excited.
Let's go.
Oh, it's going backwards.
Sounds like Doctor Who.
Love them. Yeah, love the music. The theremin sound.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
I like that. Oh, that's some cool effects.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to see reverse spaghettified?
No, I think it's just before. But just seeing the vapor on the building.
Good luck. Time to be brave.
Also love how we're seeing different perspectives of.
Oh, he jumped into his own body. Yes!
Back.
You okay?
Yes. We have to get Timely out there.
Ready?
How long will he have?
Not long. I don't know about this radiation level. It's even worse than when I was out there.
He'll make it.
Here we go.
So what's he changed?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What could we have done differently?
Good question. We took too long.
Again.
Oh, no.
Faster.
Okay. Listen. Get suited up.
When those doors open, get down the gangway as fast as you can. Load the multiplier, hit the green button, launch it, and get back.
Let's keep moving.
Let's go faster this time.
Time to be brave.
Oh.
This time.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Get in, get suited up, get down the gangway.
Just go.
Just go.
Hit the green button, launch it, and get back. Okay? Let's go a little faster this time.
This time? Faster. Earlier.
Oh, yes.
Miss Minutes. I know right now you're hurt and you're angry, but we need your help in finishing the throughput multiplier fast.
Well, it makes me wonder, is this one of those fixed points that always have to happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Again.
The fact you saw the skull at that point.
Victor Timely, this is Ouroboros. Guess what? The TVA handbook, you both wrote it. Isn't that amazing?
Cut to the chase.
Nice to meet you.
Here is a model of the loom, which OB so helpfully mocked up.
So this model is not finished, okay? There's only one coat of paint on this.
What are you talking about? It's absolutely perfect. Now listen up. We have to get Timely suited up and to the loom.
Why me?
Because you volunteered. You did. You will.
I don't have time to explain.
You will wear this protective suit. Mobius, you're in luck. It looks like Mobius, but it's actually Victor Timely. Victor, in this suit, get down the gangway as fast as you can. It's not going to be easy. A lot of temporal radiation. Everybody following.
Yes.
Good.
I love the subtle differences. The preemptive discussion.
Yeah.
The multiplier isn't ready yet.
It is. Because Timely
What of
has
wizard?
He has a prototype.
This.
a prototype.
Yes.
This device, plus the throughput multiplier, will make the rings
Loki.
bigger.
Can we talk about how much Loki actually retained all that
Yeah.
information?
How long will it take me to know everything that you know about mechanics, physics, and engineering?
I was going to say, it depends on how many times he's done it. You have
Let's
the
assume I don't
purpose.
know much, but I'm a fast learner, and I'm a god. But if I had to know, I mean, I really, really, really had to know, how long would it take?
Decades.
Centuries.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Centuries later.
Loki, I'm not questioning your surprisingly advanced engineering skills, but maybe OB should test that thing first.
We have to scan your temporal aura in this fine machine. It looks
Is that...
lethal.
But so I wonder how many times you have to
Absolutely
jump.
safe. Watch this.
Look.
Good turn. I'll take those. Thank you. And go.
Can I come out?
And you're still here.
Who's it gonna be?
It's him. It's you. You volunteer. Here's the plan. Get in, get suited up. When those doors open, get down the gangway as fast as you can, load the multiplier, launch it, and get back. Whatever you do not set the multiplier down, or it will roll off the gangway. Okay? Be brave.
I wonder how many times that happened.
Can we talk about how much Loki's acting like the Doctor at the moment?
Yeah.
Won't it overheat?
No, it's not going to overheat, because we don't allow it to interface directly with Timely's adaptive exponential computing system. With all those upgrades, it would allow the loom to scale the capacity to manage the backlog of branches. The rings are too small. We're going to make them bigger. Let's go.
Better watch out, OB. Looks like
Someone's coming for
Coming for your
your
job.
That's right. I'm a coming. OB, watch your back.
That'd be so much more daunting for Timely having all this information. How do you know all this?
This all seems a bit rushed.
Only for you. Trust me, if you stop, you die.
Still no creative solution other than duct tape, though.
Yeah.
It's a big improvement.
Get to the end of the gangway.
Going slow.
Multiplier into the launcher. That's it. One step at a time. Be brave. You're being so brave.
That's burning up quickly.
Yeah.
One foot in front of the other. Before you know it, you'll be at the end of the gangway. Well done.
No.
I like how supportive he's been, but also, I'm terrified.
He's made it.
Don't put it down. Don't put it down.
I tell you, do not put the multiplier down. It will roll off the gangway. Now load it into the launcher.
So close. So close.
Yeah, so far. Oh no.
Hit the button. It can be a little sticky.
Is it going to be enough?
Now come back. Quick. Get back. Get back.
Aw, the sense of joy and relief.
It's working. It's gonna work this time.
He made it
He
back
made
this
it.
time. He's holding.
You did it.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, nice.
Finally.
But is there a finite limit to it?
You did it.
Wait,
What?
Oh no.
these readings are off.
What do you mean off?
Too good to
I
be
don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
They're just off. The loom is overloading again.
How can the loom be overloading? No. That's not possible. We increased the throughput.
Not enough.
It did increase the throughput. But
To
there
a
are
fine.
just
There's too
many
much.
branches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had a finite limit.
It had a finite limit, yeah.
The branches of time are duplicating at an infinite
Exponential?
rate.
Infinite rate, yeah. You'll never be able to.
My loom will never be able to accommodate for an infinitely
Infinite.
growing multiverse.
So no matter how much we increase the throughput,
It will never be enough.
it will never be enough.
Enough.
The loom will always fail.
That's such a dampener to a great moment for them.
As soon as the timeline started branching, this was doomed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, fixed point. I'd totally turtle myself into that thing and just be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
Where do you jump to though?
He's got some. Oh,
Oh.
Stop. I felt what you feel.
This.
You don't want this.
Oh! What just
What's
happened?
happening?
Yeah.
Right. You cannot kill him. It all ends if you do. I know this sounds strange. I've seen it.
You've been seduced by a throne.
The last thing I want is a throne. Sylvie, stop!
If you want me to stop, you'll have to kill me.
Oh no.
Close.
Sylvie, stop!
If you want to stop me, you'll have to kill me.
But he doesn't. Oh, This is a losing battle.
Not what you were expecting.
Even earlier.
Don't tell me I'm a disappointment.
Hear me out.
If you want me to stop, you'll have to kill me.
Oh!
If you want to stop me, you'll have to kill me.
His expression.
Kill you, I get it. Why do you never try to stop her? Fight back. Do something.
Interesting.
How many times have you been at this?
What did you do?
Oh, come on. You're not telling me you haven't learned how to pause time yet. I figured you'd be way past that. But she is an eyeline a little bit, so why don't we just... So, this isn't the first time we've had this conversation, is it?
How did you know?
I know about the slipping. And who do you think paved that road? Survey says?
He who remains.
Bing. Oh, kiddo, did you really think I was just gonna sit back and let her kill me? And that be it? Zip? Nada? No, I told you.
His grand scheme is,
Reincarnation,
yeah.
baby.
We die with the dying. We're born with the dead.
Uh-huh. Okay. This is
Right.
I get it. Why don't you just go through this a couple thousand more times, and then you just let me know, okay? When you're ready to have a conversation, okay?
The arrogance is beautiful.
It is, but how off-putting would it be for Loki
So
to
off-putting.
have that said to you as, you know... Ooh!
What makes you think this is the first time we've had this?
Ha!
The temporal loom is a failsafe. When the loom is overloaded with branches, it deletes the ones that aren't supposed to be there. Everything except the sacred
The sacred
timeline.
timeline, yeah.
And as you may or may not know, my variants are already out there.
We'll find them.
There's too many.
I won't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Never stopped me before.
I know, champ.
Battle of Wits.
But the outcome to this equation remains the same. You lose.
I know.
Lokis are always destined to lose. He's gonna rewrite that story.
No, I think he's gonna
Shake it
kill
off.
her. Oh.
I'll change the equation. I'll break your loom.
But the loom prevents a brutal war where nothing survives, Loki. Every moment of peace you've ever experienced was yours because I was here.
I destined it.
Keep it watch. I made the tough choices. That's why I get the big chair. I keep us safe. Can't you see what I'm offering here is mercy?
For me
Oh, for you.
or for you?
You also can't believe everything he's saying.
No.
No. I'll find another way. Okay.
Make the hard choice, break the loom and you cause a war that kills us all, game over. Or kill her. And we protect what we can.
The war threatens him
Yeah.
most of all.
Most of all.
Like he did that to separate
Himself.
and
protect
create.
himself.
Yeah.
Finish what I started.
Which is,
Claim my throne.
you want to be king.
I don't want to be, I was born to be.
No, but king of what exactly?
Oh, that is so cool.
I know what this is.
So back to episode 1.
What is it?
You want to know what
Season
makes Loki tick.
Yes.
You're gonna make notes and then you're gonna play out scenes from my whole life, how it's all meant to be. Past, present, future, burdened with glorious purpose. My life was a waste of time.
Okay, it looks like someone got a hold of the set list. How are you doing this?
Mobius, I need your help.
The right person to open up to.
I'm listening.
How do you choose who lives and who dies?
We prune around here, and we don't choose the timekeepers.
The timekeepers,
They're the ones
yes,
that have that
dictate the proper
responsibility.
flow of time. Yeah, when they're busy untangling the epilogue from its infinite branches. I know the dogma, but really, you're the one doing it.
Because it was the proper flow of time.
What comfort is that?
Comfort? There's no comfort. A couple of hunters went out on a mission somewhere near the Black Sea to find a variant who's going to be responsible for 5,000 deaths. They get there, and there's a little hiccup. The variant is an 8-year-old boy. And one of the hunters, who had never had trouble pruning before, he had never hesitated, but that day, he did.
He hesitated.
He paused. Timeline started to branch, more variants appeared. Happened so fast his partner had to step in and prune the kid. A couple hunters died. All because that one hunter, he lost sight of the big picture. You gotta keep the big picture in mind.
It's so different knowing what we know from what's happened.
Most purpose is more burden than glory. And trust me, you never want to be the guy who avoids it because you can't live with the burden.
How do you live with it?
Scar tissue.
There's been some deep philosophy in this one.
Things worked out fine for her. She actually became a judge. You know, she's the reason you're here.
Renslayer.
She knew the hard thing to do was the thing that had to be done. And by hard, I mean impossible. No, there's no comfort. You just choose your burden.
He's got to make an impossible choice.
Thank you, Mobius.
Don't stare into my soul like that, Tom.
I feel healed. I feel calm.
It'd be such an odd feeling for... Like, that's such a meaningful discussion knowing their relationship was so young and he didn't trust Loki at that point.
There's nowhere left to go.
Love that. Reversing it.
Outside time.
How?
I finally learned to control the time slipping. I thought I could fix the loom. It's a failsafe. It was designed to protect the sacred timeline and nothing else. I'm out of options, Sylvie. I've tried everything. The only way that anything
As if I
survives...
never kill he who remains in the first place. So you have to kill me.
What do I do? It's the sacred timeline. Or nothing.
It's not enough to protect the sacred timeline, Loki. Even down there, it's full of death and destruction and injustice. Do you really want to be the god who takes away everyone's free will so you can protect that? And who are you to say we can't die trying? Who are you to decide we can't die fighting? You're replacing one nightmare with another. I grew up in apocalypses, Loki. I've lived through enough of them to know that sometimes it's okay to destroy something.
If there's a hope that you can replace that thing with something better.
Destroy the TVA. I love that we've seen conversations with the different key relationships that he's had, and they've all given little different perspective and options.
And that wider choice.
Because he's been presented with really two hard choices. Rewrite the equation. He's going out.
Hey.
Oh. How's a look at goodbye?
Yep.
Loki? What are you doing?
I know what I want. I know what kind of god I need to be. For you.
Oh.
For all of us.
Making the big sacrifice.
I guess it was the third choice.
Yep. Love the deterioration.
Oh wow.
That costume change. Come on, the big horns, come on. Oh, he looks like classic Loki there. Glorious purpose! Yep, destroy the loom. The sound effects.
It sounds really creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, the pattern.
Yeah, love that.
Ooh.
The branches are dying.
He's gonna use his magic. That's gorgeous. Music. One last look. Welcome to the Citadel. The music, the sounds. He took them all.
He's giving us gems.
Is he attaching him to his cape?
It looks like they're becoming his
Yeah.
cape. Yeah.
Reluctantly taking a throne. That cape is enough to make Mr. Sinister jealous.
Yeah.
Love how he's just pulling them all. And the gold. He's become strong.
He's a god.
Yep. Remind them what we are.
Yep.
We're gods. Whoa.
Ooh. It's a Yggdrasil.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yggdrasil.
It's Yggdrasil.
Yep. Ending on that silence. That was the multiverse reborn. The timeline's
Yeah.
reborn.
Oh, let's grow.
Well, that's fitting.
Yeah.
Seeing world tree or multiverse tree.
Hey, y'all. I'm Miss Minutes.
And are we sure she won't
Try to kill us all?
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe.
Still confidence, Obi.
That's for me to know.
I got those reports on the variants of He Who Remains.
Do any of them know that we exist yet?
Oh, I guess one of them caused a little bit of a ruckus on 616 adjacent realm, but they handled it, so we're all good for now.
That's all we can ask for. Are you headed up?
Quantumania.
Yeah, I'll meet you up there.
He doesn't seem satisfied.
No.
You're leaving.
You think the TVA is gonna miss a tired, washed-up old analyst with a heart of gold?
I think there is one or two who will.
I've gotta go see what exactly it is we've been protecting for all this time.
Well, if you ever want a seat in there, it's yours.
Through free will.
Are you scared?
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole new world, whole new freedom. New handbooks. Second edition.
A nice yellow.
Interesting. Where's she? Oh, she's in the void. Oh. There's Elliot.
Yep.
No fear. She did have a time machine at her disposal if the Sphinx and
Yeah.
The yard could do with a bit of work.
No. Christ, it's the best house on the block. Never look, never know.
It's weird that Loki's not here, isn't it?
Yeah.
See you around, I guess.
Where are you gonna go?
You?
I might just wait here for a little bit.
take it all in.
Let time pass.
I do like how they're all... the weight is lifted off their shoulders. And Loki made the ultimate sacrifice for his friends, for them to have this life. And he can watch over them. Just want him happy. Like, he became so close with them all, and he now can't see them he can't be with them.
Yeah.
But that's the sacrifice that he made, and it's worth it. But it's a sad.
It's the sacrifice he was willing to make.
Yeah. Isolation and being alone, a god of the multiverse, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is all the discussion of the impossible choice, and how do you deal with the burden? He's now burdened. That is his hugely glorious purpose.
Yeah. And the burden that is associated with it.
Yeah. So he's the protector of the multiverse, and he had to sacrifice something that was very dear to him in a very positive way. It wasn't like a sacrifice of killing anyone, but sacrifice a big chunk of him. Especially with the previous episodes where it's like, I want my friends back.
Yeah, a part of his identity almost.
Yeah. So they can thrive, and everything can thrive. That was a great ending to that entire arc this season. Very heartfelt and emotional. I loved not only the connectivity of things that happened previously this season, but also the calling back and experiencing the moments that we've seen in season 1.
Yeah.
Whether it be at the Citadel at the end of time when he's fighting Sylvie and having that discussion with He Who Remains, which was a very nice little game of chess where it's come back to me when we've had this discussion a couple more times. And then that little nothing up my sleeve, boom, stop time. Oh, okay, we've had this discussion before. But then going back to this talk with Mobius.
That was probably, out of the whole season, my favourite bit.
Yeah. This, especially because we know at that point that Mobius and Loki don't have the relationship they end up having. That was just a completely off-the-cuff, eye-opening thing as to why he has, at that point in time, that resolve and that purpose. And seeing the hopelessness of Loki's cause as well, you had the optimism of Timely going out further and further each time. That whole plan of centuries of effort.
Yeah, and then how long will it take you? Centuries.
Yeah. Okay. But it also shows what Loki was willing to do.
And what he's capable of as well.
He's super powerful now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, the god of stories having to change the equation. Something very similar happened in that issue. I think it's issue 10 or 11. Issue 11, Loki, Agent of Asgard. He meets Odin after being banished for killing his younger self. And Odin talks about his sacrifice, where he had to sacrifice his eye for wisdom. And it was all about the talk of you need to find what you are the god of and what you need to sacrifice in order to do that. And Loki is given it later on a couple of two choices to make, and Loki decides, no, I'm not going to stick to those two.
I will make a third.
I will make a third choice, which is what he did
pretty much what he did here as well. It was, here are the options that we're with, and I don't like.
I'm going to change the equation.
Yeah.
Here's what's happened. Here's why. Okay, what can I do? He's interjected himself. He's rewriting the story. So incredibly powerful. And please actually pick up that issue and have a look through it, because that is a really strong moment. Because basically Odin professes his love for Loki. And it's a really good issue. Loki, Agent of Asgard. The entire series, Loki, Agent of Asgard by Al Ewing, is wonderful. And that's where the God of Stories comes from. But the different moments that talk to Sylvie of, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
And not only is he saying he has to kill her, he's essentially killing himself.
Yes.
He's killing part of himself. Someone that he would be caring for, has grown to, knows about and knows the hardships because Sylvie's a Loki. It's just, all those little elements were really good. And the different portrayals of Timely and He Who Remains. That
very
was
interesting. The arrogance that was just so easily shown.
Yeah. But also, we've had things happen throughout this season where it's it set us on this path, and the temporal loom was the core focus. But it's interesting that just how a matter of perspective can change the whole thing. What I loved about this episode in particular is there were so many scenes that we had seen before, different angles, different perspectives, but immediately identifiable.
Yes.
Like whether it was just that little shot of Timely going out and then the spaghetti, him being disintegrated coming in, that very opening shot of the gangway and Timely going down.
The timeline was really easy to place of when scenes were occurring, which was really good. And especially the flashbacks as well to go, yes, that was in this episode, to click and move through. It was really interesting.
It was really interesting. And just, how they kept little core moments in the rewriting of the scenes when Loki's going through at 100 miles an hour, explaining and picking up the prototype.
One thing I will constantly be amazed by is Tom's micro expressions.
Oh, so good.
To sit there and to literally become the younger version of himself, to then become the older version of himself, to have the hindsight of everything he's just learned, but in the past, to have that talked about, the complete and utter demeanor change in that moment of I'm asking a friend for help.
Yep.
But we're not friends yet. But
and also they didn't take the simple route, which I thought they might have, of explaining and the simple, I've explained everything to you, now we work together.
Yeah.
No, it was very much a play on the moment in time. We don't know how many times Loki had gone back to that moment. Evidently, especially the at the Citadel, the season 1 finale moment, that happened a lot.
Yes,
and we know that the centuries past of learning. So he's done it a lot. That in itself, when you're thinking about it, that's a lot to put on yourself as well. You're reliving. It's Groundhog Day. You're reliving the same traumatic, terrible moment over and over. You're seeing your friends die over and over. Like, that is a very emotional weight. But yet, Tom's expressions throughout were fantastic. There was that moment when he's transformed and got the horns back, where he looked identical to Richard E. Grant. That when classic Loki is facing Elioth in episode 5 of season 1, and he's shouting "Glorious Purpose." That was almost the same angle, hands position, the horns. The same facial expression. It felt very deliberate every step of the way throughout, and they could have gotten lost in it. They could have overcomplicated it. This entire series, this entire season, was not overcomplicated. Yes, there was the timey-wimey stuff that the exposition dump that was just science mumbo jumbo, but it wasn't overcomplicated. It got done and it moved on. It didn't try and make things too confusing,
too muddled, almost too grey. It was very much trying to keep it very black and white and very digestible. Especially for the time that they gave it, because they were long episodes. We were hitting almost hours for each episode, so we've just sat through 6 hours. And to still sit there and to still be entertained, have a really tasteful ending.
But it's the ending. The ending was very interesting.
It's interesting
in that it can set up a whole lot, and what Loki's role moving forward could possibly be. Renslayer being in the void is interesting. Whether she is able to get out of that. Like, I feel like she's definitely going to get out, because you wouldn't show it otherwise.
It's one of the standard lines of, did we see a body, therefore they're not dead.
Yeah, we just saw Elioth coming.
Yep.
She could easily go down into one of the hatches that Loki got into last time. Who knows who else is in there at the moment. But yeah, just the ending was interesting in that it was very positive in everything was, the day was saved, the multiverse was saved, but there was just that emotional knife knowing that Loki's alone, even though he finally has a throne. That's what are we up to now? 33 or so movies on? It's over a decade on from him wanting the throne of Asgard. To
him having his own throne.
Having his own throne now he's essentially a greater god. He's above an Asgardian god, essentially.
It is, because he's created his own like mythos and lore.
Yeah.
Because he is time. He is the universe. He has...
I just love the symbolism. Yeah. I love the imagery of him walking through the darkness and the light. The sun will shine on us again, brother, and it's shining on him. He's come out from this incredibly dark place and protecting not only Asgard but the multiverse. He's got his crown, he's got his throne, and the symbolism of Yggdrasil.
Yes, I really enjoyed that.
Ragnarok's happened, Yggdrasil has been reborn. The cycle begins again.
The cycle begins again, yes.
The theme of Ouroboros, life and death.
And the
rebirth.
theme of a lot of Norse mythology as well is it's constantly. With death becomes rebirth, and with rebirth comes death.
Yeah, after Ragnarok, the remaining survivors rebuild and live life.
It's always interesting, especially in Norse mythology, seeing that movement through.
Is that in the roots of Yggdrasil they rebuild? I can't recall.
So it's one of... I think that's a song. I think that's one of
Brothers of Metal.
I think
Brothers of Metal.
That's a Brothers of Metal song.
Prophecy of Ragnarok, Twilight of the Gods. Yeah.
So it kind of just links through the, yes, as gods we will be forgotten, but it was because we are forgotten that the world lives on. And it is that we are reborn into this new world, and that's how it moves through. So it's the cycle of that life. So
mythological people.
It may not be the same, but it is the same.
Yeah, life goes on.
Life goes on regardless.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But yes, get in our comments.
Mythology
Help
people.
us.
Tell us what happens after Ragnarok. Yeah, in the editors.
Because I'm sorry, all I can see at the moment is the Scrooge McDuck episode of the new DuckTales. And Scrooge McDuck fighting Jormungandr. Great episode. Great
in the wrestling rings.
Great episode. But again,
he's the heel.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting moving forward, having Loki be that center of the tree. He's creating the roots. He's creating the branches. Yep. He's controlling it. And it's that nice little turn of the nature will always win as well.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
But that little cut from Yggdrasil to that little poster of we're watering the plants.
Tree. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. But I also liked how, again, everything was kind of turned on its head. Everything was turned 90 degrees.
Yes.
And sometimes it is that you just need to not necessarily do a 180 or a 360. It's sometimes just turn to your left, turn to your right, and you'll see a different perspective.
I'm going to take an Invincible line and paraphrase it. Just look up. No one looks up.
No one looks up. Yeah.
How do you hide your secret identity? No one looks up. Yep. They're always looking down. But a change of perspective, just a little reshuffle.
Yeah.
But seeing the TVA flourishing with their new purpose of hunting the Kang variants, which I like that little thing. We could see various TVA members coming in from the war room and seeing what's going on there. But just having Mobius finally take that leap that he hadn't done, and he hadn't seen the life that we saw last time. He hadn't seen that yet because that was a branch timeline that Loki jumped to before that even existed.
Yeah. It was something that he definitely closed himself off to, and closed himself off to that idea and that purpose of it.
Yeah. But having that be a nice little moment for him at the end, and that little discussion with Sylvie, which, especially where Sylvie was at the start of the season, she didn't want anything to do with the TVA or anyone. She resented Mobius and Loki, realizing her own purpose and her own goals have been met, being able to live free. Having that discussion with Loki of, I've lived through apocalypses. It puts into perspective her mindset.
It also brings back into the linking back of when we're first introduced to her in season 1, and it is her life has been so much more chaotic than what any other Loki we have seen. So it has been full of that dread and that chaos that constantly followed them. So it was that nice little callback as well. Yeah. And that earthing of Loki at that point too.
Yes. But no, all those little character moments, all those interactions were wonderful. The music added so much to all the scenes and the sound effects when he's going and grabbing the various timeline branches, absolutely epic. That was great. A nice little remix of the theme with a lot of epicness and power behind it. Really uplifting that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, great use of music throughout. It was like you had that fun little one at the start.
Yeah.
I can never remember the name of it.
I've forgotten the name. It always, so many different artists have mixed that.
Is that It's that singer. I can't remember his name. He was one of the voice judges. But just that was really fun and playful. Seeing like it pulled down the seriousness of the moment because they're just going back and back and back, the Groundhog Day element. But then that ended, and then the 100 years passed, or the centuries passed, sorry, and it kind of brought it back down to reality that this isn't an easy fix.
Yeah,
and I liked that it was a bit like a roller coaster. In okay, things are going to work out, things are working. No, things are.
Yeah,
we're on the downhill again. It was a nice roller coaster, and that was something throughout the season as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it was a very interesting season. Has established a nice self-contained season as well.
Yeah.
But opens up a lot of branches for What If coming up. The future of the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I can easily see someone trying to attain godhood and go after that throne if they find out about it. Especially with Fantastic Four coming out not next year, the year after. But yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing if this plays into Deadpool 3 with the timeline.
Yeah.
We saw at the end of the Marvels more multiversal things.
Multiversal things. That's it. They're starting to, instead of dipping toes and tips into the multiverse, we're definitely taking that leap into this. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And if this even ties back to it, or it's just something as background knowledge that we'll get little Easter eggs within movies and TV shows now, where we'll see a flash of green.
Yeah, we may get judges. We may get. We may even get. Who knows what Loki's going to be doing?
Yeah.
If he's going to make an appearance, but
Loki.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Very excited. Great season. Loved it.
Really good watch.
Loved it a lot. Yeah, that was. Yeah, got me in the feels at moments. But tell us your thoughts on episode 6, and if there's anything that we missed, feel free to let us know. There was a lot going on. A lot going on, a lot to take in. And I think a lot of the time we're just like, oh, yeah,
shiny.
Yeah, but it's engrossing. It's a testament to what the writers do and
what the actors do as well.
And just the direction was great. Loved it. Yeah, loved the episode. Tell us your thoughts on the finale in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And as always, keep it nerdy for all time, always.